Hi, I am, sorry, I hope you can read this, Erin Taylor. Today is November 10th, 2022, and sorry in advance about my voice. I'm sick and I lost my voice, but today I'm going to talk about the chicken wing dissection. So I'm going to pick up my oh wait, I have to show you my note card first. It just has the names of the structures on it. Okay, so sorry in advance, my chicken wing is a little gross, but I'm going to show you this synovial joint on my chicken wing, right? So, I know it's hard to see, but under here, right, this is our synovial joint. So we have two, the two bones that make up the synovial joint. The synovial joint is where they articulate, right, to be able to move. So we got our two bones, right? The way I'm going to kind of go through this, right, is I'll start with the innermost layer and kind of radiate out, if that makes sense. So, two bones, each bone is covered in articular cartilage. So articular cartilage is going to kind of protect the bone and almost like lubricate the joint, like make it easier for the joint to move, right? Out from that, we have like kind of around both bones, there's the joint cavity that's full of synovial fluid. So the synovial fluid, right, it's a synovial joint. Its job is to lubricate the joint. That's kind of what you need to know. Lubricate, cushion, all that jazz. Make it easy for it to move. Out from there, we have, so I'm going to go out and then back in, the articular capsule, right? So this is kind of keeps it all in, so to speak, with the joint. And on the inside of the articular capsule, you have the synovial membrane. So the job of the synovial membrane is to produce the synovial fluid, so it's involved in that lubrication and protection of the joint as well. It's all in there. Can you see the bones? I feel like it is hard to see on video, so I apologize for that. And then that's kind of our whole articular joint capsule. Out from there we have the ligaments, and you remember from before, ligament attaches bone to bone. And then from there we have kind of the stuff that we removed, right? We removed that outside fascia, we removed the skin, which I found surprisingly hard to remove. I'm not gonna wipe my hand actually. I should have worn gloves for the video, but I didn't. You live and you learn. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about a disease that affects the synovial joints. So if you think about joint disease, you might think about arthritis immediately, right? The inflammation of the joints. But I'm going to talk about synovial chondromatosis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So it's kind of wild. The way that it works is these, I guess you would call them nodules, kind of like cartilage nodules grow in the cartilage. So you remember the cartilage, it was kind of really in there, right? It was in our inner layers, directly on the bone. Articular cartilage. So these nodules grow on the cartilage, and they can actually, I guess dislodge or come loose from the cartilage, which can be quite dangerous because it can damage the cartilage itself in the bone, and then this can actually cause osteoarthritis. So we are back to arthritis, but it happens because of this weirdly specific happening, which is really interesting. So if you think of nodules, you might think of it as being cancerous, but this disease is actually non-cancerous. That's not why it's dangerous. It's kind of dangerous because of complications you can develop because of the cartilage nodules, which is wild. But that's our synovial joint in our chicken wing. Thank you to the chicken wing for what it did for us. I'm so sorry, chicken wing. And yeah, I hope that kind of answers all your questions.